loves, it's Belinda, Selene, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how I plan out my week.
I know we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other, and I don't know how to start.
And usually what I like to do is I will open up this planner and I'll show you guys my work schedule, activities that are going to happen, and then how I go about being organized for the week inside of my planner and how I decorate it. But today I want to show you guys the other side of that, which I never really talked about on my channel here. I do talk about it here and there, but not all in one video. So today I want to share with you guys how I grocery shop for the week, how I meal prep, also what keeps me motivated when I want to work out. I'm always active. Today I want to share with you guys something that is so much fun and I recommend to everyone because it will totally motivate you to keep working out, and it's kept me working out, so that's really good. And then I also want to share with you guys some finance tips because at the beginning of each month I always look at our finances, and then throughout the week I kind of see if we're keeping up with that. So I do want to share with you guys some finance advice because Ricardo and I are trying to get out of debt and be completely debt free, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on and what I am doing to achieve that. So let's get started. So let's begin with meal prepping. This is what I do to get groceries for the week and to make sure that we're eating at home instead of eating out, because let me tell you, Ricardo and I love eating out. We love restaurants. We love just relaxing, and to be honest, half the time I'm working until really late and then I forget that Ricardo gets home and I'm like, oh crap, like I need to get food ready, and then we're both starving. We just kind of want to relax and I don't want to be in the kitchen for 2-3 hours, so we go out to eat. So to try to prevent that from happening, what I like to do is get myself organized with what we're going to eat for the week. This hasn't been happening a whole lot. I just started it and it's been very successful. And it's kept me really, really happy. It's good for our budgeting. And I'm eating foods that I absolutely love and that I'm happy with balancing like nutritious food and also, you know, comfort food, because I think there should be a balance. I don't deprive myself of food, and that is why I work out. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share with you guys before I go to the grocery store, I make a list of the things that I need. But what I like to do is I look inside of my pantry and my refrigerator and look at things that I already have in stock and seeing what ingredients I could use and what additional ingredients I need before going to the grocery store. It helps come up with recipes a lot easier when you already have the items and you get to see what you need and you don't overspend. The next thing that I highly recommend for you guys to do is to get yourself a notebook that you want to write this down in, and I'll tell you guys why it's important. So in this notebook, what you want to write down are foods that you know how to make already. You can categorize them differently. Maybe you can put like Mexican food, Indian food, food that my husband loves. You can categorize it however you like, healthy foods. And what that will help you with is when you're in that rut of not knowing what to make for dinner, or you're tired of making the same dishes over and over again and you don't know what to make for dinner, that's when I eat out, okay? That's when we order food in. So instead of doing that, what I like to do is I'll look through the list and I'll remind myself of things that I already know how to cook, because apparently in my mind, I think that I only know 5 recipes, but then once I have written down everything that I know how to make and food that my husband loves and like food that I can put in a crock pot or food that's super easy to make in like 5 minutes, then I have a lot more to work with and I could easily just look down and be like, okay, I know how to make that, I know how to make that. And so it's a lot easier for you to write down what to make for the week. This is actually a recipe book that I got from the Happy Planner, and I got this maybe like 2-3 years ago. It is so easy. What I do is I keep this inside of my kitchen in the drawer, and then I take it out, and then I'm like, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what am I gonna do for those 5 days? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I can use the same chicken to do this dish and do this and do that. And I categorize it by poultry too. And that way, whenever I'm making my grocery list, it's just like bam, bam, bam. This is what I need. This is what I need. And then I also have recipes on the back here that I've gotten from like Pinterest or that I've gotten from online. And then I just print it out. I hole punch it and I stick it in here, and it just makes things so much easier. And then when I'm in the kitchen, I could turn to that page in case I forgot what that recipe was, and I make it, and it's so much easier. I love it. We've been eating at home. I also recommend for you guys to sign up for a subscription service where the ingredients get delivered to your house. I have signed up for HelloFresh and I love them, and I do that about every other week. It just depends on what our week looks like, and that allows me to be a lot healthier too. So I'm cooking with like fresh ingredients, and you guys hear me talk about them all the time, but honestly it really does work. If you don't want to do that, you can just stick to this, and it's less prepping time with HelloFresh, but with this at least you have an easier view of everything that you need. So once I have my grocery list and what I'm going to be doing for the week, next I like to move on to my workouts. This is super easy. I go ahead and I open up my planner once I've already written down what my work week is going to look like, and then I'll incorporate whatever I'm going to be doing for working out. So I love running outside, I love cycling, I love going to the gym. I go to 9 rounds, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that because it's honestly so much fun. So a lot of people obviously make the excuse of, I just don't have time for it. Like that used to be my excuse. I'm like, I just don't have time for it. I'm always doing something that needs my full attention. I don't have time to go and work out or do, certain things. And the thing is, everybody has time to do anything that their heart desires. They just have to make it happen. They have to make the time. What I like to do is I like to schedule at least 2 days out of the week that I'm going to be working out. Like I usually like to do Monday and then Wednesday, and then if I feel super motivated and I want to work out a third time, then I just kind of give myself like a pat in the back because I did a good job of working out. But honestly, I go to work out like 3 or 4 times a week, and it's just so much fun and I love it, and I'm not hard on myself. Okay, let me tell you something that has totally motivated me to work out a lot more often. I joined 9 rounds, and it is so much fun. You guys have to look it up if there's a location near where you live, because it is a 30-minute full body workout, and there are 9 different stations, and in each station you stay for 3 minutes and you do a workout. Then there's a small break and you move on to the next one. The first 3 stations are to build strength, and the next 6 stations are kickboxing style workouts. And now those are really, really fun. There's a trainer there who helps guide you each step of the way. You get to use boxing gloves, and also you put a heart monitor on you. That way you can see where your heart rate is at and how much you are actually putting into your workout, and it pops up on the screen at the gym. So I feel like that totally motivates me. It pushes me a little bit harder, and then you can track your progress on their portal, so you can see how many calories you burn, where your heart rate was at, and then you get points depending on your workout. So that way you can see the progress of your overall workout every single time that you go to the gym. I love it. I just have a blast. I feel empowered. I feel like a badass. Overall, I just feel like my mood is so much better. I feel like I let out a lot of stress sometimes. It also works very efficiently with my schedule because the new round starts every 3 minutes, so you could just show up whenever it's convenient for you, and you can start your 30-minute workout, and then after 30 minutes you're done. That's it. You can go about your day and you've worked out your entire body and you feel good. So I love that, and I highly recommend it. And I'm so excited because I have partnered up with 9 rounds in today's video to give you guys the opportunity to win a free membership. And all you have to do is follow the link in the description box below and sign up. It is super easy to do. So now let's talk about finances, and let me just say that I love listening to different podcasts because I love learning. I always love school. I know it's so weird and I feel like a total nerd, but I love learning, and I just want to know like where my money is going, how I can invest it, how I can budget it better, so that way I just live a more comfortable lifestyle. And Ricardo and I are working towards becoming debt-free, which means that we have absolutely no debt, and it's not easy. I have been listening to a lot of different podcasts. I love a bunch of them. I can't name them all, so I will have them down in the description box. I talked about it in one of my recent videos, and I shared with you guys about real estate podcasts that I love and just finances in general. So I'd love to hear yours too in the comments below. Let me know, because I'm all about listening to them. Whenever I'm running errands, I'm in the car, or when I'm cooking or cleaning, I'll put on a podcast, and I feel like I learned so much. So one of the things that I have learned is a lot of people know that they are making a certain amount of money, but they don't know necessarily where it's all going. And I was guilty of that. I felt like we lived a very comfortable lifestyle to where we had a lot of bills like on auto pay, and I knew on the top of my head I could kind of round off how much money we were contributing towards our bills, but I never actually sat down and took the time to see exactly where every single dollar was going. And when I looked at the numbers, I was extremely appalled. It scared me a little. In a notebook or on a piece of paper, just write down what your monthly bills are and take a look at your bank account and see exactly where your money is going. And you'll be surprised to see where the majority of it goes and what you could do to adjust that or to change that. For example, I will be honest, we live a very comfortable lifestyle, and that is due to our careers. And because of that, we had internet and we had cable. I noticed that we weren't really using it, and Ricardo uses it on the weekend when he's watching the game or when he's watching sports. So he likes internet for that reason, but we found out that we could just get like something else like YouTube TV and pay half the amount that we were paying for cable. So we literally cut our bill in half. We paid, are you ready for this? $170 for internet and for cable. And then we cut off the cable. We stayed with the internet, and I want to say it's around $60, $70. And then we got YouTube TV, which is approximately like $40 or $50. So we were able to cut our cable bill, and that to me is so crazy. And along with that, we were able to cut everything else. We also had like HBO, which was an additional $10. Anyway, it just can get out of hand if you don't really look down to see what you're paying. Even though we were able to afford it, it was completely unnecessary, and you're just throwing money out the window. So what I decided to do is, in order for me to keep track of everything, is I made a spreadsheet on Excel, but you could write this down on a piece of paper if you'd like. And I wrote down everything that we owe for the month, everything that we could possibly reduce or get rid of, and then that extra money that we were able to save is now contributing towards our debt. And let me just say, I have paid off my car. I talked about it on Instagram stories, and I went on a whole rant about how I wanted a new car, but I paid it off, and there's no need for me to get a new car. Like, my car is paid off. I don't have a car note, and it feels pretty amazing. So just little things like that, I highly do recommend listening to podcasts about finances and how you can get a hold of them to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, it's working towards a goal and you're not just throwing money away. So I check it every single month. I look at our finances to see where we're at. I see what money we have extra, and then whatever money we have extra, we just put it towards the next debt that we have, and it's been helping tremendously. We're about to pay another debt off, and I'm super excited about that. And you could just do that, and it's so easy to do. With a couple of clicks on my mouse, I can find that spreadsheet, and it's like, oh, okay, we have this much extra. Like, now, you know, we look at how much we get paid. We're like, okay, let's put it towards this next debt. And then I made another spreadsheet next to that, showing all the debts that we have and how much extra I'm going to be putting towards that. So that is the best concept and the best way. I hope these little tips and tricks helped you guys out. Let me know which ones were the most useful and helpful. We're all just trying to live our best lives. I think that's everybody's goal, is just trying to live a good life, and I hope these were helpful. So also, don't forget to enter the giveaway for 9 rounds. You guys will love it. Check it out. I will have that information down in the description box below. Don't forget to check it out, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Muchos besos. Mwah.